One man builds rockets to reach for the stars. The other built a real estate empire and reached the White House. For a moment, their orbits aligned, creating a gravitational pull that promised to reshape American industry and politics. We'll uncover the surprising origin of their alliance, the secret councils that brought them together, and the high-stakes betrayal that tore it all apart. The final break wasn't just about politics, it was personal. Before we dive in, a quick question. In a fight between a president with the power of the state and a billionaire with control of a global social platform, who do you think holds the ultimate trump card? Tell me in the comments. How did Elon Musk, a man who once backed Democrats and quit Trump's first-term advisory councils, become his most powerful 2024 ally? The shift began with an endorsement after the July assassination attempt and quickly escalated into a full-blown political partnership. Musk appeared on the campaign trail coining the term Dark MAGA and reportedly funneled nearly $300 million to support the campaign. This wasn't just support, it was a deep strategic investment. The lesson is that in modern politics, past rivalries can be wiped away in an instant when two immensely powerful figures see a mutual path to victory. It's a surprising insight, but Musk's influence went far beyond campaign rallies and financial backing. After the election, Trump didn't just give Musk a thank you note, he gave him a department. Musk was appointed co-lead of the new Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, a body designed to slash federal spending and bureaucracy. This put the world's richest man inside the engine room of the US government. He had unprecedented access to remake the system in his image. Imagine you are the president's most influential advisor on government efficiency, tasked with cutting wasteful spending. Then, one morning, you see the details of his first major piece of legislation, a big, beautiful bill that, in your eyes, is crammed with billions in pork and special interest handouts. This was the reality for Musk. The very spending he was hired to eliminate was being championed by his boss. For a man who sees the world in terms of engineering and logic, this was an unforgivable contradiction. We've all had that moment where we feel a boss or a partner has gone against a core promise. Now imagine your response could be seen by over 100 million people. It started with a series of posts on X where Musk didn't just disagree with the spending bill, he took a blowtorch to it, labeling it a disgusting abomination and a betrayal of the American people. He used his platform to start a digital insurrection against the president. This was not a back-channel disagreement. It was a public declaration of war. Trump's initial reaction wasn't a tirade. It was a carefully worded statement on Truth Social, declaring he was very disappointed in Elon. He then subtly framed Musk's entire protest as selfish, suggesting it was merely because the bill cut billions in electric vehicle subsidies that would have benefited Tesla. He wasn't just disagreeing, he was publicly assigning a cynical motive to his opponent. This was a calculated move to undermine Musk's credibility. How do you truly wound a political figure whose entire brand is built on personal strength and victory? Musk found the answer by aiming directly at Trump's ego, making the conflict deeply personal. He posted a stunningly direct claim on X. "Without me, Trump would have lost the election." This wasn't about policy anymore, it was a raw assertion of power and influence, reframing Trump not as a leader who earned his position, but as a beneficiary of Musk's king-making. He was claiming he owned the victory itself. It's a surprising insight into crisis management, but when cornered, powerful people don't just defend themselves, they try to rewrite history in real time. After Musk's ingratitude tweet, Trump unleashed a furious counter-narrative on Truth Social. He claimed Musk's influence was wearing thin, that he had personally asked him to leave his advisory role, and that the loss of EV subsidies had simply made the billionaire go crazy. It's a classic tactic. Discredit the messenger by questioning their sanity and their motives. This was an attempt to seize control of the story. Imagine building your life's work on groundbreaking, capital-intensive technology, much of it supported by government partnership. Now, picture the President of the United States threatening to turn off that money supply with a single post. Trump escalated beyond insults by directly threatening the foundation of Musk's empire, publicly suggesting he would terminate the billions of dollars in government contracts and subsidies that flow to SpaceX and Tesla. This was no longer just a war of words. He was aiming a financial missile at Musk's balance sheet. The lesson is that in the nexus of power and business, a political disagreement can become an existential threat overnight. Think about the ultimate act of political betrayal. It's not just criticism or disagreement. It's actively calling for the removal of the person you once championed. In a shocking response to Trump's threats, Musk went fully scorched earth. Replying to a post on X that called for Trump's impeachment and his replacement by Vice President J.D. Vance, Musk posted a single, unambiguous word: yes. This was a complete 180-degree reversal from his role as a top ally. He was now publicly endorsing a constitutional coup against his former partner. The stark lesson is that when an alliance built on personality implodes, loyalty is the first casualty, and there is no bottom. We are at the point of no return in this battle. If you want to understand the high-stakes moves that come next, including the bombshell allegation that's shaking Washington, hit that subscribe button right now. What is the one allegation so toxic it can derail any political conversation? Musk decided to find out by deploying a political nuclear option. In the middle of their exchange, he posted the unsubstantiated and explosive claim that Trump is in the Epstein files, suggesting this was the real reason the full list of names had not been released. This move took their feud out of the realm of policy disagreements and into the territory of pure, uncut character assassination. It was designed to inflict maximum damage. The chilling takeaway is that in a no-holds-barred information war, the most damaging weapon is often a well-placed, unprovable insinuation. It's a surprising insight into high-stakes negotiation, but sometimes the most powerful move is to welcome a threat rather than run from it. In response to Trump's menace to his government contracts, Musk channeled Clint Eastwood, posting, "Go ahead, make my day." He even briefly published a post stating SpaceX would begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft, implying a willingness to burn parts of his own empire to prove he couldn't be controlled. He was calling Trump's bluff on a global stage. Imagine a high-stakes corporate divorce where both CEOs release conflicting press statements on the same day. That's what we have now. In one reality painted by Donald Trump, an unstable and selfish aide named Elon Musk was fired for erratic behavior. In the other reality, painted by Musk, a principled whistleblower stood up to a corrupt president and is now facing retribution for his honesty. Both narratives are perfectly crafted to appeal to their respective audiences. The truth has become secondary to the war for public perception. Here is some vital advice for any high-stakes environment. Never assume the person across the table is less ruthless than you are. This feud is a masterclass in the danger of two dominant figures misjudging each other. Trump likely assumed Musk would fold under the financial pressure of losing government contracts, underestimating his appetite for chaotic public battles. Musk, in turn, underestimated Trump's willingness to attack a figure so popular with his own base and risk the political fallout. Both men thought they held the ultimate leverage. A leading political analyst recently said, "This isn't a fight between a president and a CEO anymore. It's a civil war between two tribes of populism." On one side is Trump, the architect of political populism who commands a loyal political base. On the other is Musk, a new titan of tech populism who controls a massive global platform and a fan base of innovators, investors, and provocateurs. For the first time, conservatives are being forced to choose their champion. This isn't just about two men anymore. It's a battle for the heart of the modern anti-establishment movement. Here's an unexpected twist where the fight pivoted from personal insults back to core policy. Musk attacked Trump's signature economic plan, calling his newly proposed tariffs super stupid, and then immediately warned they would trigger a recession later this year. This was a brilliant dual-fact assault. He not only challenged the intelligence of Trump's policy, but also tied it directly to future economic pain for all Americans. An intellectual jab and a populist warning. The emerging trend we're seeing now is a quiet, frantic effort behind the scenes by political and business leaders to find an off-ramp for this conflict. But is there any way back? With threats of financial ruin, calls for impeachment, and deeply personal public accusations, a genuine truce seems almost impossible. Both men have built their brands on never backing down. Any peace treaty would require one or both to publicly concede, an act that goes against their very nature. This feud may have already passed the point of no return. Imagine a history class in 2040 studying our era. This feud will be a core lesson in the instability of 21st century power. It sets a dangerous new precedent where a president can threaten a major domestic corporation over political dissent, and a private citizen can credibly threaten a sitting president with destabilizing allegations on a global stage. The guardrails that once separated politics, business, and information have completely eroded. This case study isn't just about two powerful men. It's about the volatile new rules of engagement in a digitally connected world. I once heard a veteran political strategist say that the goal used to be stability, but now the goal is to master chaos. This feud is the ultimate proof of that shift. They were the strongest partnership in America until suddenly they weren't. From Oval Office allies to social media enemies threatening total destruction, the Trump-Musk feud is a defining moment in modern power dynamics. It proves that when two massive forces collide, the fallout is unpredictable and total, leaving everyone else to navigate the wreckage.